Check. What's going on this fine Tuesday evening out there in MECA land? How we doing this evening? All right, sorry I had to pause first, but trying to get some texting out of the way anyways. So how's everybody doing this week? Hope everybody's doing all right. Tuesday night Bud Talk Live. Just a couple things real quick. I got Mr. Natan in the background here waiting to come on. He's going to chat with us this evening. So that should be pretty exciting, especially for some of my sound quality crew. A lot of knowledge, a lot of championships, all kinds of stuff we could talk about with Natan. So we'll be getting to that here shortly. But just real quick, a lot of the website is still down. We are working on it. Mostly the events tab and the points and stuff is what's broke right this second. The membership system's still working. So if you do need to renew your memberships, you can still do that on the website. I do believe that the sound pressure book is back up. I know it went down for a few hours yesterday, but I was able to view it myself today. So hopefully the rest of you can as well with that. Bear with us for, like I said, it's probably going to be 30 to 60 days before we start really breaking some walls down there, getting the website back fixed. A lot of updates and plugins and stuff in the last 6 to 9 months. We haven't had a developer. So hopefully we'll start seeing that come back together here in the next 30 to 60 days. I apologize for that, but we will be getting that back up as soon as we can. I do believe we have an event coming up this weekend, February the 1st in South Africa. We're going to have a 2X there. Mr. Claude Reddy's working on that with us. So any of the South Africa guys that watch, good luck this weekend. High scores, safe travels. What's going on, Mr. Beard, Mr. Gamble, Mr. Went, Mr. Sanchez, Mr. Pops? How you guys doing tonight? And then also, I believe Quake X, the 15th and 16th down there in Florida. And I think that's pretty much about all I've got as far as news is concerned. So the sound quality book, I'm still kind of waiting on a couple guys to give me the green light, but I think I've made the final edits that they wanted. And that should be coming up soon. And I started kind of taking the edits into dueling demos today. So all the books for rules and things should be back up here shortly, as long as we don't have any other hiccups with those parts of the web page. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll try to make posts and definitely keep you guys in the loop here on the show. What's going on, Mr. Puns? What's up? What's up to my Meemaw, to Shannon? How you guys doing? So I guess I won't make you guys wait any longer. I'm gonna bring Natan in here and see if we can't chop it up with him for a little bit. Those of you that don't know Natan's a highly decorated sound quality competitor. Been around for a long time. I don't know. He's into a lot of cool stuff, so I'm gonna let him tell you mostly about it. And without further ado, there we go. We got Mr. Natan. How you doing this evening, Natan?
Hello. Happy New Year to everyone.
What's going on, Mr. Jones? Happy New Year's to everybody from Natan. Yeah, Wayne's over there talking to my grandma. Um, but anyway, so we got Natan on here this evening. So any of my sound quality fellas, any of the guys that are curious about that sound quality stuff, if you've got questions, this guy right here can probably answer a lot of them. Just gives you some insight. Um, so I guess, like I said, I usually kind of wing this a little bit, Nate,
Mhm.
until we can get these guys asking us stuff. You know, how did you first become involved with car audio?
All right. Yeah. I'll try to get as short as possible. It's a long story, but it started with it started as a hobby. So my hobby is car. Anything fixing cars, things like that. It's been my hobby since I was teenager. And by the way, I come from Indonesia. So I and during my young until high school, I was in Indonesia, and I always tinker around electronics. Started with installing some stuff. It was in the what year is it? 70s, 90s, 70s and 80s. That's when I was
Okay,
there. So it's just head unit with even some bookshelf speaker more mounted in the back of the trunk, something like that, instead of what we do right now. So rear field it used to be like that. There's no front speaker, a lot of bass from the rear. And after high school, decided to go to college in US in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a cold area. So I was taking electrical engineering in the Milwaukee School of Engineering. And long story short, I got my electrical engineering degree from MSOE in around 91, 92. At that time was Gulf War time, which nobody's hiring anybody. It was difficult to find a job, and I and then I end up working as a installer at the car shop. Not a car shop; it's a window tinting shop.
okay,
So I'm professional window tinter. I'm still good at window tinting, even though I'm old. I
okay. So
used
you
I used
give
I
Matt a
used to
run for his money, huh?
yeah I used to I
Yeah.
used to I used to train people how to do window tint from Lumar. So
Okay.
and after about 9 months or so, I'm thinking I can do this myself. So in 1993 March, yeah, it's almost how many years ago? Whatever, long time ago. I decided to open my own business.
Okay.
That's the birth of NBIS. That's my name right now. It used to be called NBIS Installation Center. So
Okay.
as if people don't know, NBIS means it stands for from initial Natan Budiono, NB, and the sound of
Okay.
NBIS is kind of that's how I
Okay.
got the name from. So in 93, I decided to open my own shop, specialized in car audio customizing high end. So I was dealer for JL Audio and Vocal, Ambiquart, PPI, all this good stuff in the past. And it's been going well. I do my business as a hobby because, like I said in the beginning, car audio and car is always my hobby. So
Okay.
I'm not too much not a business minded person. So I like doing it. So I'm doing it, and my specialty is in the install. Actually, I started as an installer, so my handcrafting everything is good, and I do it myself. I'm so happy doing all the job myself. Long story short, I had my NB's business for 8 years in Milwaukee without employee. Everything I did it myself, even though my shop can handle 6 cars at the same time. So usually during the winter time, a lot of people leave the car as a project in the shop, and I just work one car per. If I work on one car, I got bored, work the other one, rotating until finally I get everything done when it's a winter project. But like I said, it's a hobby. And as far as competition, um, before I opened my business, I'm doing some install for my friends starting from 91. That's my introduction of Ayaska competition in
Okay.
Milwaukee. In 91, I installed some system for my friend, which is, what was it, GL Audio, ADS amplifier, MB quad speakers, all high-end stuff. I did not really know how to listen or tune the cars in the past. I'm just a good installer. So when I listen, I just listen on the tonal balance, but I don't even know what center aim is, where the center aim is. I don't know. It just
Right.
sounds good. That's all. But that was good enough. We entered into 3 events at that year, and only during the springtime, and I won 3 of them, first place, and it got me hooked up. So when I had my own business, I started building my own car, system in my own car, which is still alive right now, which is the 1989 Suzuki Swift GTI,
Is that the white one?
the white one, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So that was your first.
yeah, it's been going through a lot of evolution, but the latest one is, as everybody knows, is I'm still running the MS Dynamics horn under the desk. So it's one of the best sounding at that time, and it was always 2 seats, as we already know. In the
Right.
past, everything tuning always 2 seats, and I got my first world champ. Okay, let me go back. My first finals invitation for Ayaska was 1995. That was the first time I got invited. It was difficult in the past to get enough points to get invited. So in 95, I was in the Ayaska finals, and I end up getting 5th place. In the past, 5th place is a goal, right? To be up in the podium, top 5, because it's like 18 or 20 cars in the class usually. So that was my first event. I got 5th place. I'm so happy. And the next year, I got better. I got 2nd place. But then I got worse because I've been more changing some stuff, experimenting stuff. But the first world champion title, it was in 1999 when I competed in USAC.
Okay.
USAC, and I got my first world championship in 99. And then after that, there's a tragedy happened. Some people knows. When I was working at my shop by myself, I got no employee. I was at the end of the day, I was a victim of an armed robbery. So I got gunpoint on me. I got tied up, whatever. So basically, it's just traumatic.
Right.
I at that time I decided this is a time for me to close my business, not because financial. It's just because of the psychological. And there was 99, and I was thinking also I have, as you remember, I had my electrical engineering degree, so I'm always been overqualified to do this. So, and I want to work as a professional at that time. So since 1999, I closed my business at the end of 99. Then I decided to find a job. I cannot find anywhere that's good. Finally, I found a job in Michigan. Michigan, it's in the automotive industry, which is what I am right now. It's in the OEM supplier. I started working as an acoustic engineer and also doing installation and also tuning everything in one man job for Pioneer car audio for OEM, not for aftermarket. I worked for Pioneer for 8 years. No, 4 years. Then I moved to Panasonic. I got a better job there. And before I moved to Panasonic, while I was with Pioneer, I skipped 2 years of not competing. From 2000 and 2001, I did not compete because I was busy working and moving place. In 2002, I got itchy, so I started building another system again, in fact, Suzuki. And since I already know how to tune better, because I was trained at the Pioneer to do a OEM sound tuning, which everything is done scientifically with the correct microphone measurement, electrical measurement. Everything is not by trial and error. So in the past, everything is done trial error. but this time it's all scientific and it's repeatable. I decided to compete again in 2002 after a two years hiatus, and I won first place. And that was, I think it's the best career of winning, because after 2 years come back at finals, I won first place by 0.8 points. So at
That's
least
pretty close.
yeah. And from that point, 2003, I won ISCA World Champion again. 2004, ISCA World Champion again, because of the consistency of, I already know how to tune, because
Right.
everything has to be consistent. And 6, 7, 8, and 10 continuous until now. Total of sound Q championship only is 36.
So you're answering all my questions without me asking them. So you've got 36 world championships in sound quality from various different organizations, I assume. So that's a lot of championships and a lot of experience. It sounds like you've been at least messing with car audio for close to 50 years or so, 50 years it sounds like. But
since 91, I don't know how many years.
well, I guess that's 31.
Almost.
So I thought you said 70s and 80s at one point. But
that was doing not competition though, just installing cars. Yeah.
Just installing
system.
You've actually been installing systems and playing speakers with us for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's a feat in itself. So after all these years, what keeps you going? What motivates you or drives you to keep to stay on top?
Yeah, it's a big challenge. People said that some people suggest you should quit. You should let other people win. Yeah, but this is my life. It's my passion. My car audio is my passion and also my career. So I have to keep sharpening my skill. And to me, defending championship is harder than chasing. So there's nothing harder than defending. So I want to keep defending.
Yeah, when you're the one wearing the target, that makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah. When I was chasing, I feel it's easier, but once I'm winning, then it's difficult to defend. But it's still, I'm not just competing based on just like hobby like that. I'm really learning. So every time I'm tuning something, I learn. Even how many years am I experienced? Every day almost every day I learn something, small things. Like, this is new. This is new finding. I can use it for next time. This is something. So
that's awesome. I'm going to shout out a couple people and say hi to them real quick and try to catch up on our chat here and see if I missed any questions. But how you doing, Mr. Puns, Mr. Gamble, Mr. Joe, Mr. Russell Jones, Miss Schlayball, Philip, how you doing, Kevin? Mr. Irvin said hi. Kevin Mayo. If I'm missing anybody, Mr. Clifford, how you doing this evening? Let's see. I'm looking to see if I got any questions here. Okay, so it does look I got one question from one of the guys here, and I'll keep catching up here. Wayne asked us, did you ever try or dabble into SPL?
Yes, I did. When I had my business in Milwaukee, only one that's really passionate. One of my customer who wants to do SPL. So I built an SPL car for him. I think at that time it was 1995 maybe. He's using a Cavalier. It could be the loudest trunk car because we keep using the trunk, and I built one. The back, so the whole trunk has the enclosure. Everything is sealed, and 2 DD. Is that DD? Yeah, DD. DD. 215s DD. I remember, and dual voice coil, and I strap I'm using because I'm using SQM X10 1001.
Okay.
I strapped two of them, so 2000 into each coil, so eight X10 amps. So it's very hefty.
I remember those amps. Those were some pretty nice amps back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. It's expensive, but it's for whoever. But it's 8 amplifier for just the two woofer. It turned up. I think it was outlaw, so it's a USAC outlaw. So you can open the door, whatever. You get the highest was 156.
Oh, well, that's pretty darn good.
Really good. Yeah,
I mean, even back then, shoot,
yeah.
I've been.
That was my experience with doing SBL.
I don't think I started installing and stuff for my friends or messing with it until about 2000, 2001.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and that's pretty darn good back in that day.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on, Mr. Geoff, Mr. Pablo? Oh, Jeff says you should get back into sound pressure. So those of you
When my hearing is worse, then I can go back to SPL. When I cannot hear anything, then I can do SPL.
Yeah, you do still see the extant amps come up for sale here and there sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, shoot, he told us a lot of background on how he got started and stuff, and you know, did you have anybody other than just your love for the cars and the car audio stuff, like as your hobby? Did you have anybody that like inspired you or brought you in, or
In the competition circuit, the one that inspired me, the one that I'm looking really, what's the word? I look up very highly is Mark Eldridge. Mark Eldridge was the best example of a competitor for SQ competitor. So I'm just observing him how he operates. I mean how he treat his how he does something. Number one that I can think of is so perfectionist, always prepare, always ready, never last minute rushing, something like that. So I did not talk to him, but I just watched him. Mark Aldridge was my target when I
right?
was doing competition. Yeah.
So that's kind of who motivated you to get you
Yeah.
to where you went.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And
Let's see.
yeah, in fact, the best win I have, another second best win I have was in 2014 when
Okay.
I've been winning in the pro class, and I feel like I need to move up to expert. But in the expert, it was difficult at that time because you have to do install. But 2014, we have a SQC ISK, which is no install. So
Right.
I have to try to do the SPL with facing Mark Eldridge at that time. It's
Right.
difficult. So I prepare my car for 8 months maybe before from the beginning from March until finals in October, and I beat him by 2 points.
Yeah,
In
he's
my first,
definitely another one of the sound
yeah,
quality legends.
yeah.
Even me being a sound pressure guy, I know those names. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see it. I got this is a decent question, I guess. So Charles Knight asks, where do you see sound quality competition in 5 to 10 years?
Since who's Charles? Oh, Charles Knight. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't need to answer him. No. Competition in 5 years. I don't know. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years probably still the same and similar because there's a lot of new people that still need to learn or need to catch up. But we should have more challenging classes during that 5 years, my opinion. 10 years, I don't know. I think I can imagine that people will get bored by two channel, so it will be more of a different. two channel will not be dead, my opinion. It's still going to be there, but there, I hope there's going to be more classes for different classes for like multi-channel or whatever. But it's difficult to.
You talking about like more of like surround sound or
Yeah.
Dolby type of stuff?
Yeah, it's getting to be getting. The problem is surround sound like that is getting to be more subjective, and it's hard to make it objective, and because the
Right.
reference is not there. But
Okay.
I don't know, maybe just different classes, more challenging classes.
Oh, here's a Tank Fulton asks,
Oh,
Natan, how long do you think it will be before OEM manufacturers make aftermarket SQ systems obsolete?
it will never happen. It will never happen doesn't mean the OEM is not capable. Because as you know, I work for OEM supplier, and like the Mark Levinson system in the Lexus that I used to be responsible was amazing, but still cannot beat the aftermarket. Not that we are not capable, because we are limited to the budget.
Right.
If you have the same amount of budget between OEM system and the aftermarket, I think the OEM can perform better, because we have more technology and more features that we can use that not available in aftermarket.
All right. So, with all the years of experience, do you think
Mhm.
sound quality competition has gotten easier with the use of DSPs?
Yes, of course, compared to in the past when I was analog, but depending on how the training, how to use it, as with any tool, it can be disaster if you do it wrongly,
Right.
things like that. But currently, so far, all the best system with DSP is still manual, which is that maybe in the past, in the future, maybe there will be more automation.
Okay.
I think it should. We have some automation too, like right now, for example, like the Barney or the Mosconi, things like that. But I think it will be more effective and more successful for future. But for now, yeah, DSP is helping, but depending on how you use it, how you know how to manipulate the features.
I think what he's saying is knowing how to use the tool is important.
Yeah.
So it looks like Charles asked that question again. I don't know if I think Natan kind of gave us an answer. I don't know if you're asking for me to answer that or if we just missed you for a minute and you asked again. But I mean, there's another question down here. Let's see. I think they kind of go a little bit hand in hand. Um, Chris Gamble asks, do you believe sound quality competition will continue to be prevalent with the decrease of popularity over the years? Um,
Um, I think competition is still alive, my opinion, right now.
yeah,
It was pretty dead. It was kind of dying in the beginning of 2000, but it's picking up right now, I think, because
uh,
of the new technology that there's more possibility.
right. I mean, I was kind of going to say something similar. I'm starting to see. I mean, across the board, even really like even driving around town here.
Yeah.
I'm starting to hear more people having music and things like that, kind of like back when I was in high school. So
Hmm.
I kind of feel like we're starting to see a little bit of a, not that it's really taken back off yet, but we're starting to see the signs that it can grow. And, we've been seeing some new faces in
Yeah.
both of the scenes, really. So,
Hmm.
um, I don't really think sound quality competitions or really what we do in general is necessarily dead or dying. I feel like, Natan's been around it a lot longer than me, but I came in about 2001, and I was in high school at that time, so I've seen it go up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, sometimes it looks pretty scary, but it usually ends up picking back up somehow. So, you know, in the next 5 to 10 years, I sort of kind of expect both or all of the facets of the club to start to kind of grow a little bit. You know, hopefully some of the newness and learning experience for me and Shannon starts to wear out a little bit, and we can start figuring some things out there. You know, I mean, inevitably, I guess, you know, when I started this, my mission is, you know, I always wanted to give competitors, I guess, a higher level playing field. And not necessarily that I want to do away with any of the others, because I'm a firm believer that, like, you know, every part of the hobby, whether we all get along or not, like, you know, sound quality, sound pressure, the guys that come and demo at the shows, like, we all need each other to succeed. And you know, if one ship raises, all ships raise. That's kind of my mentality behind it. But I'd like to think in the next 5 years, I think that we'll start to grow in all facets of the club, really. And then, you know, hopefully, by the time 10 years comes around, maybe I can start having my long game vision and sights. But if you were looking for an answer for me, that's kind of my answer. I'm not saying that, you know, attendance might not be heard, or it might not be different than what, you know, what it was in the 90s and the early 2000s. And I don't know that we ever really get back to that, I don't know, quote unquote golden era, maybe. But I do feel like I'm seeing the signs that that car audio is alive and well.
Yeah, one thing that I want to say is because sound quality achievement is always a challenge. There's always a challenge, and the reason why I like sound quality is because there is no perfection. Perfection cannot be achieved. Because perfection cannot be achieved, I never stop chasing it. That's the reason why I keep doing it. There's always room improvement. Always room improvement. So that's the best thing about anything. Even SPL also has no perfection. Always have something to achieve.
Wayne
You never at the top. You never stop. There's always going up. Yeah.
I mean, that's how. I mean, I don't know if I had to give people a piece of advice. You know, you definitely got to work hard to get up there, and then once you get there, you got to really push yourself and motivate yourself and compete with yourself, and always keep trying to learn. Like, kind of like you were talking earlier, you know, trying to keep your sword sharp. So
yeah.
Matt wants to know if he buys the MBs that Matt has on the shelf, does it come with your tuning?
Call me. more likely will for a limited time only.
Okay, let's see. I don't know. Adding to what I asked, is the growing integration of DSPs to amplifiers, especially in more budget-minded amps. So basically, I guess amplifiers under $1,000 is helping grow SQ.
Yes, only to be honest, at certain level of class,
Right.
it's still built in amplifier cannot beat the high power, nice, amazing class. I mean the expensive amplifiers, but it's good for a beginner class as a learning thing, because it gives you more challenge to tune better with just low power. So once you upgrade it to a higher power next time, or better quality equipment, then you get more satisfaction. Instead of buying something good equipment but you cannot tune, it's no meaning.
Right. All right, what's going on, Mr. Curse?
Where's my umbrella?
Let's see.
It's snowing. I don't need umbrella. It's
This is
dry.
good. This is a pretty decent question, I think. So, what modern cars do you feel are SQ cheat code platforms that don't require modifications due to the OEM speaker locations and speaker sizes?
Mm, to be honest, maybe you guys knows more than me because I only work in certain cars. I did not explore to any other big. I mean, any other
Okay.
library of vehicles. But yeah, it's difficult to find which one is the best platform. Uh, I cannot answer.
All right. And okay, so I think I finally caught up over here and I don't see any questions. If I missed a question, make sure you answer or ask me again, and we'll get Mr. Natan to throw us an answer here. But so far, I think we kind of learned how you got into it. We kind of learned you've been involved for a long time, and let's see. So you also told us your number of championships, which that was 36, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. So you've won 36 sound quality world championships. And how many different organizations?
I think six. Yeah. Let's see. One, two, three,
Six.
four, five. I think six. So
Okay.
yeah, ISK, MECA, EMA, Yusaki, MESQ, and ECA, WCA, whatever. ECA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So let's see. Does running a distribution block hurt the signal after a DSP if you don't have enough outputs?
It should not be. If you got a good fuse and with the correct current rating.
Okay. Are are you talking about like a RCA splitter, Steven? Or are you talking
Distribution block. It's power. I don't know.
yeah, are you talking about like the power or are we talking RCAs? Like a RCA distribution?
Distribution block. Block is a block. Usually it's a fuse. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that I know. But I
Hmm.
think maybe okay, so I think he wants to know about RCAs like
Oh,
like the
okay.
RCA splitters.
Yeah, of course it will divide the voltage to if you put one into two split into two.
Right.
Yeah,
So basically
it
it's
will
splitting
share
the
power.
signal. Right, or dividing the signal strength.
Right.
Well, I guess the only other, and I think you touched on that a little bit too. So you told us about your brand. So it initially started out as an audio shop and stuff, and
Hmm.
now here recently. I think you've kind of moved into doing some other stuff. So
Yeah,
do you want to tell us
yeah.
everything about
There's
that?
there's a background about that. I'll start with my NB's Magic 8 NB, right? The 8 channel DSP amp. The background of that is because, as most people know, that I've been one of the not so many people that passionate in tuning two sheets for competition, intentional two sheet. Right? Most people just tune one sheet and throw it in the, I mean, two sheet class. I
Right,
intentionally tuned two sheet, even though in the beginning was so difficult. I got beat many times by one sheet cars because of the average of the score. They're better much compared to minus so. But finally, after many years, I got more experience, and I've been always trying to invite people to two seats, but it's difficult for them to do because they complain about how do you do it too much work. And my heart in the car audio is always in my passion is then I feel like I want to share my knowledge.
Right.
I have achieved. I can achieve. You can achieve it too. If that was my thinking. But the problem is the technology and the methodology that I'm using, since I work with some real company, some of them are like proprietary secret and intellectual proprietary that I cannot share.
Right.
So I cannot show the how the combination, what kind of the tuning parameter that I'm doing it to achieve two seats. I think about after it's almost 3 years maybe of my research. I finally come up with an idea, this magic DSP. So in my magic DSP is a 8-channel amp which can do one seat normally like normal, but if you want to do a 2-seat tuning, you just have to tune left, right, everything symmetrical, EQ almost symmetrical, average of the two microphone. Using two microphone is best, so you can average the two seats. And then time delay left and right is exactly the same. Basically, we only time delay vertically, the tweeter, mid-range, and mid-bass, nice and sound good. Left and right is the same.
Right.
Like an any bass system OEM, when you turn it on, what happens is when you turn it on, there's no center image. Usually center is kind of open if you don't have a center speaker. Everything sounds from the left and the right, from the door, coming from the door. But with the magic button in my DSP is just by that split sound like that, you turn on the magic button, automatically the image goes in front of you for both seats, symmetrically. And depending on the architecture on the speaker, where you aim the speaker, you can get lucky that you can hear some center image in the center of the car, even though there is no center speaker there. And it's symmetrical opposites. The example is Matt's car. I was surprised also when I listened to Matt's car. How did this happen now? You can testify that I was jumping up and down in his job. How can this happen? So it's really
yeah. He told me that you got pretty excited about it.
Yeah. But that was some of the luckiness. Some cars like that, but most cars are wider cars. Then you will just have to add a center speaker. When you get a center speaker, then you can get more solid there, and then I can turn on my up mixer in the DSP. So the main features, the two main features in the DSP is, one is the magic button to create image from the door to in front of you. So minimum without center speaker, you will get center image in front, right on the steering wheel, and the passengers in front on the airbag, which is you rarely can. If without a lot of work, you cannot do it usually. This one you don't have to do much. Even the more OEM the speaker location, the better. If it's on axis, it's more difficult, honestly, because of so close to you directly firing. So any OEM system, speaker location, turn on the magic, boom, right there. And then adding center speaker, turn on the up mixer, and the center just solid there.
That's cool.
That's how the product that I create is, that's my way to share my knowledge. But you don't know what happened when you turn on the magic.
Okay.
Because I cannot share, so I'm hiding what happened. But the most important is the result. You don't need to know how it happened. And and also my intent, yes, we're talking about sound cue right now, right? But my intent to that product was never my intent is to be used for competition. Because for competition, it's not precise enough. And my original intent for this product is for regular consumer. So for some dealers, for dealers, it's so difficult to teach dealer how to tune two seats, right? So with this product, dealers can just tune it, everything symmetrical. Boom, press the button, you got enough front. And most consumers are happy enough with this image in front of you instead of the door.
Right.
You don't have to compete. But certain cars that wants to compete, we just have to work harder. With any system to tune to shit, you have to work harder. But this one, I think, is easier than other DSP, and you can achieve the features all in there that you can create proper to sit for competition. But it takes a lot of work still.
So is that currently your only product that you have like on the market right this second?
Yeah. I'm currently I did not really try to promote whatever because I don't want to create some problem. And I only have a limited edition, so I only make about 100 pieces. Currently, I'm almost running out for my first batch, so I'm ordering some more. It's coming in a couple of months, and I'm after 100 pieces, then I may think about some other next step. But currently, the product is in. I'm also partnering with Cello Audio, right, in Indonesia, and that product is available to public at Cello Audio as a Magic 8.8 NB, and that is exactly the same as mine, just different brand. And that one is available there. But if for people in the US, you can buy from me, mine, something like that.
Awesome.
And then recently, I'm adding my lines, so that's why I don't want to promote just one product. I want to make it a complete system. I'm recently working on a prototype for next high-end speakers, which I've been using it for my cars since last July. So even last year final, all of the result was from my new speakers. It's going to be 3 years.
So eventually the plan is to kind of offer a whole package type thing.
Yeah, the one that I work on it so that kind of matching, so that the sound of the character is like consistently well. So I've been whenever I visit Indonesia, I've been tuning a lot of cars using the built-in power. My DSP has a power. It's only 60 watts more, but it sounds like more than that. It doesn't sound like 60 watt. When combined with my new speaker, it sounds amazing. Without any additional amplifier, only subwoofer amp external, everything built in, 7-channel from the DSP. It's enough, loud enough for most consumers.
So it looks like my grandma's asked me a couple questions here. I guess Shannon's typing for her. So are you home right now, or are you traveling?
I'm home. I'm mostly home right now. I don't travel much. I used to travel when I was responsible for the Mark Levinson for Lexus. I used to live in Japan for 4 years, but beginning 2019, I've been at home.
Okay. So I think the answer to that is yes. He was just talking. He said, "Does your DSP have a built-in amp?" So I'm pretty sure he answered that when we were talking. I think I heard 8 channels, and so to me, that's. I mean, I guess I know DSPs can have that too, but I think the 60-watt part. So it does have a built-in amp.
But you can connect to external amp if you want a big higher power, which is like what Matt was doing too.
Is the red and black NBs the same?
The red and gray, yes, the same. Yeah, the red is under Cello Audio brand. I think Cello Audio is also on the viewer. I told him to look to watch. I don't know, maybe somewhere. They're just hiding.
Alan asked if you was going to make a line of umbrellas.
Yeah, I will make one for you. How big do you need? It would not fit for your Lexus. Oh, only if you run my DSP, I will make one.
He'll get you a custom one. I think I chuckled a little bit earlier, but I really just put this together because Natan has the thing that he goes over his car, so that
was the joke. Yeah, we always joke about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when Alan first got the umbrella the first time, I was the one who showed him how to put it up, whatever. And then I was
Right.
fixing his umbrella above his car while his car is being judged. I did not know. And it was Harry Kimura that was judging, so I didn't know. But that's why he ended up lost that class.
Matu said Milwaukee wants you back, home of the
Yeah,
Indies.
that's Muhammad. Yeah. That's what you did to me, so I left.
I hear that. Let's see. I'm make sure I didn't miss anybody else's questions here. No, we've had a pretty.
Sailor was commenting. Thank you.
Yeah, they said they thank you for mentioning them. Shout out to those folks. I don't know if he wants to tell us that, Joe. He said, "Where do we buy one of your DSPs?" I think if you talk to Matt, he can probably point you in the right direction. Yeah. Obviously, maybe you can talk to Natan.
Matt is my Michigan dealer.
I'm not sure about anywhere else, but I know Matt knows. Okay, so I think really right now he's kind of just slow rolling things off the ground is the way it sounded to me. Mm-hmm. Sounds pretty cool. You got a lot of knowledge and experience behind it, and I know a couple of my guys have played with it, and they seem to really like it.
Yeah, so. Recently in October, I visited. I was invited by someone in Vietnam. So you guys saw my posting also. So I installed 2 of my DSP in his Mercedes G-Class G-Wagon, and is very happy, very satisfied, very happy.
I guess I missed the question. I don't know. My Meemaw wants to know. I guess Shannon just texted me, and I guess she was curious if if you had any children and if you're married and all that stuff.
Yeah, my children are all grown up. All big children. It's ready.
All grown up.
One is 29, one is 26, one is already married. So they're all they have their own life.
Good.
But they used to be competing with me. I have a lot of old pictures in the 90s that they're also joining with me. They help washing the car and clean up the car, things like that, and even up to the podium, picking up trophies. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of the audio and the extend advertising. They have pictures of us.
Okay. Wayne said, "What do you use the umbrella for?" So I think it's really just to kind of keep the car cooled
it's
off,
under the sun. That's the best investment I've had for preparation, because it really helps. The AC is cool the whole time, even though the sun is beating us. It's and the rain also. So yeah, you can ask Alan.
I'm not sure how much the environment and stuff affects actual sound quality, but I got a feeling it probably does, just like it can affect our sound.
Yeah, in my car, it kind of, I think it should help, because if you can tell, my center speaker is right in the middle of the windshield, and its tweeter is firing up like that, and I think the sun would have heating it up, and it may change the sound, whatever. But just psychologically maybe, but it's possible, and also to keep from warping.
Right. So basically, the umbrella is just to keep the sun from beating the car up.
Yeah, and make the jets more comfortable also.
Yeah. Right.
The AC works more efficiently, because my car is small. Usually the AC doesn't get cold when it's parked, but it helps.
Right.
It helps a lot. Yeah. Alan said that umbrella is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so he got one
Yeah,
too, I guess.
I
Well,
was
you said
helping. I
you
was
fixed
helping him the
his.
first time, and then his
Yeah.
doesn't work because he did not charge the battery or things like that, so it doesn't move.
All right. Well, if you guys got any other questions, I think we got about 5 more minutes here. So if you guys got any other questions, make sure you shoot them. I think I asked most of the questions I wanted to know, and we got a lot of information there. What are your plans for this year for your sound quality this
Okay.
season?
Looks like my first event will be in April. Yeah, it's Ayaska event, the at Expona show in Chicago, and there will be some event in Ohio also. Maybe I don't know. Maybe before that one, beginning of April or middle of April. And as far as MECA, just have to find. Of course, we'll be at SPR. Yeah, you will be at
Yep.
SPR and at CSS also. I think also we are we going to have MECA again at CSS?
I I
Okay.
believe so. I believe that's it. I
Mhm.
believe that's the. I believe so. I don't know if we've started really talking about it quite
Yeah.
yet, but I know at the end of the last one, I feel like that was the plan. So I believe
Yeah.
that'll be in the cards again,
Yeah.
and
And at
hopefully,
CSS, Charles is going to have money run for 1 seat and 2 seat. So
okay.
to invite people more to the 2 seat, and the the price for the 2 seat will be, I don't have to tell you, you know what it is.
That'll be
Yeah,
cool though. That'll be cool to get a few more
yeah.
people involved there with that. So I guess since we're getting close on time here, I want to thank you for coming on and talking with us tonight. And I don't know, maybe we'll do it again sometime. But is there anything you'd like to say to the folks before we start to get out of
Hmm.
here?
Time is flying, and so yeah, I feel like I can never stop into talking about car radio, but yeah,
Right.
just have to we just have to keep keep pushing our limit. And because, like I said from the beginning, especially sound quality, is there is no perfection. Because of there's no perfection,
Right.
you have a lot of room. So there's no giving up.
Right.
Everybody said that it's difficult. Just keep working harder. With a lot of passion, with a lot of good work, you will achieve something good.
So Charles says 5 grand.
Oh yeah. That's the prize money for the CSS. Ah,
And then Alan said you're going to try to get them both.
of course. That's what I do.
And then Wayne pouted because he said he made you a shirt at finals and he was wishing you were wearing it.
Oh yeah, no, I did not.
No, he didn't wear your
I
shirt,
did
Wayne.
already. I
Sorry.
did, but maybe not for at the finals. I got so many shirts I have to wear.
Right.
Oh, for it.
So
Okay, so
that'll be
5,000 for 1 seat and 5,000 for 2 seats. Yeah, the
yep,
money
for
round.
each
That's
one.
great.
So that'll be the CSS show.
Yeah,
And like I said, I do believe we plan to be a part of that again. So we're looking forward to that. And hopefully here soon my website will start working again so I can actually keep up with that
yeah,
stuff. I'm starting to get a little frustrated
yeah.
with it, but we'll get it back going. We're
Mm-hmm.
working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So all right then, Natan. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you
One
coming
last
on with
thing.
us and thank you.
Don't I have
Yeah.
to nominate
Oh yeah.
the next uh the next guest?
Yeah. So yeah, I've been asking everybody to select who they want me to talk to
Yeah,
next. So
yeah.
you get to
But
do
the
that.
limit, it has to be the 2024 winners.
Right, 2024
Okay.
champions or club award winners.
Hmm.
Um, and that, I know we talked about it a little bit
Hmm.
earlier, and I don't know all of them
Yeah,
off the
I
top of
forgot
my head either.
who has
And
who won.
unfortunately,
Hmm.
my
Who
records are
has
down.
winning? Yeah, I don't remember. I from in my head, I only come up with one name, but he's been winning in the past, but not. I don't. Yeah, it's not last year. Yeah, he wasn't there. Was he? I feel like he was there. He's not there. Yeah. I don't know.
What?
I don't.
Hey, Matt Kramer, list off
Yeah,
who all won
yeah.
this last year.
Can you give us
Matt will know.
some
Tony,
help me
where's
with the
Tony?
list?
Help me with, help us out. I should know the answer my dang self.
Yeah, I cannot look it up from the website.
I know who. I think Pablo won stock class, and then I think Steve won Mod Street.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Yeah, I was also thinking about Steve Head.
Yeah, but nobody likes that guy.
But he's been with the show several times, right?
Yeah, I think he got the small the Gates Cup this
Oh
year.
yeah. Mhm.
Because that's right, because he won Mod Street, so he got the lower cup, and then you got the higher
Yeah,
one.
which he got it last year. 2 years ago.
So
Okay.
I know he won Mod Street, and then who was modified?
Modified.
Was that?
I do not remember this year.
I can't remember his name. I can see him. I can see their car. Yeah, those guys, and then well, we took Mod X out, and then you won Extreme. So I think that leaves us not a lot of choices. I guess I can try to see if I could get Steve on here,
Yeah.
and if not, I can. If not, I can. If not, I've got a couple other. If not, I've got a couple of people that have been suggested as
Yeah.
backups I can reach out to. So that's who I'll try for Steve next week, and then we'll go from there. I appreciate you again, Natan.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on and sharing some knowledge with us. And like I said, maybe we could do it again sometimes. And I'm looking forward to seeing, what you come up with here in the future. So good luck, and we appreciate you. And we'll see you in the lane soon.
Let's be here. Thanks to this time. Bye.
All right. Later, Natan. All right, let's see. Let's see, Matus. So right now, I can't really give you a solid 100% answer on that question, Matus. I know we've already started scheduling them, and I'm able to get them up on the ticker on the actual homepage. But there's several things that are broke because of an update that was done. And I do have a new developer working on it, but since he wasn't the one that built a lot of the custom code and things like that, he's really, just now starting to kind of get under the hood and start to figure things out. So I'm hoping within the next 30 to 60 days that I'll have the website back up and running the way, at least close to the way that it was before it started breaking down on me. As far as listing the shows, we're making the flyers and trying to get them out to the judges and things like that so they can post them on Facebooks and things like that right this second. If I find out, I usually meet with the web guys, every Monday night. So if I find out it's going to end up, prolonging any longer than like the 1st of March, then I'll probably try to repunt and come up with a different idea on how we're going to go about doing that. But we already have some shows coming. Like I said, I think the 15th and 16th in Florida. We've got one this weekend in South Africa. So we've already got them going. I'm just struggling with the website right this second, so just bear with me, and hopefully we'll have that fixed up here soon. The guy that has basically the remote control car, that is, of course, you would ask me, and I brain fart his name. That's the ARC guy, Brian Mitchell. Yep. Indiana, Kentucky shows should start kicking off around March, I believe. There, I haven't really got any from Selena, but I've already got a few coming in from Chad in Indiana, and he's already pretty much got a pretty full schedule. Just putting the final nails in. So you should start seeing. You should start seeing Kentucky, Indiana shows, around the end of March, I would say, and they should take off pretty much, full steam like they have been. So, I think we've been on here a little over an hour now. I'm not seeing any other questions. I appreciate everybody coming on this evening and chatting with us. Again, I appreciate Natan. A lot of experience there. I might try to get him on again here in the future. Always good to talk with him. Really nice guy. I enjoy conversating with him, at all the events we see him at. So thanks to Natan again. And I guess from here, you guys know the drill. Keep it loud and clear, MECA heads.